Well, first, I mean, a lot of the work that I do is particularly, if you really want to start from scratch, is around maternal health work. And it really kind of starts with the experience of a pregnant woman and how she's treated going through medical care, whether that be in the United States, which I can speak directly to, and how disappointing it was, to Rwanda and Uganda, where a lot of my work takes place as well. And there's there is a sense of how much you're treated with dignity and respect when you experience a healthcare system, whether it's in the U.S. or abroad. And I feel like that experience when you're going through having, being pregnant and having a baby, all of that, it sits with you. It helps you understand. Now you're going to be raising a child. So I think if we start there. And it starts with treating women with respect when they're going through this, through the medical system. But I think when that baby is born, sort of what kind of expectations that mom, based on her experience, can sort of create for that child. And also bringing in the family. So I think it's, I have a daughter and a son, and I have tried to be very, very conscious about, just not, putting them in gender categories, right? I haven't gone overboard with, not buying pink or blue things, but just being really aware about it. My husband as well. And there's just certain things that, if I think about my son, he's a very sensitive kid. And not, thinking, oh, well, he's a boy, he can't cry, or he can't want to play with dolls, versus my daughter, she's just as obsessed with cars as my son. So, I don't want to, I feel like it starts at a very, very early age in terms of those gender roles and what's expected of little girls and what's expected of little boys. And I think it all can be influenced by, again, from that very beginning of when you become pregnant, and how do people treat you differently as a woman who's pregnant when they want to touch your belly, when is that okay for some stranger to come up and touch you? But when you're pregnant, you're sort of, it's okay. But I think it really starts at that stage, and it really sort of helps sort of lay out the groundwork for how you're going to raise your children, and think about and just being aware of not setting up, according to sort of gender rules. Because if children experience it in the home, you can't control but what they're going to experience outside, but you can certainly, that's foundational to kids and how you grow up. So just that awareness, I think, is really, really key.